Today I'm going to be reviewing the MS261 by Stihl. It is their entry-level saw into the Pro line. This is the non-M-tronic version. This is just a standard carburetor, which I wanted it that way because I'm a little bit more familiar on working on them and I can work on it myself. This has a 20-inch bar on it that comes standard with an 18-inch bar, but when you order it, it comes with just the saw and you can pick whether you want a 20-inch or an 18-inch. It's just a small price difference. With the 20-inch, I can do pretty much any tree that I can have on the property. Now, this saw is, being the entry level into the Pro series, it is on the smaller side, but as you can tell, I've cleared almost an acre here solely with this saw, and you don't need a big saw to do anything. It just takes a couple seconds longer, and the weight savings you have really makes up for it. Now, this saw came straight out of the truck. It's probably been in the truck for about 4 days now, 3-4 days now, and it's 29 degrees out right now. So this is a completely cold start. Turn it down to choke. Crank it about once. Once it tries to start like that, flip it to the on position. Might take once or twice. That's not bad for 29-degree cold start. I just love everything about this saw, and for the price that you can get this, it is a little bit more than some of the homeowner editions, but the amount of stuff you have on it, if you're going to use a saw long term, try to have a saw that you can keep for a long time, I think it's hard to beat the 261. Having that entry-level Pro saw. Like I said, for the average person, it'll do all you need to do, maybe just not as fast. Now, I'm going to take this tree right here, this stump, which is about 1 foot 6 inches by 1 foot 3 inches. It's a poplar, and we're going to do a plunge cut. We're going to cut straight down in it, and then we're going to cut off the top of it just so you can see all the different cuts and how it acts, and show you that any tree like this it can handle. Let's try it. I also wanted to add, before I start this little test, which is by no means a highly accurate or proven test at all, I just wanted to add that I am putting a brand new chain on it, so it's going to have all the conditions are going to be as good as possible to show you how accurate it is on cutting a poplar this size. I might try to go find a pine and an oak and show you that as well. Just show you how fast it can cut through it and everything. So I'll go ahead and get this put on, and I'll show you the cuts. Again, this is a poplar. It's about 1.5 feet by 1 foot and a couple inches. I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut straight down for a little bit, and I'm going to do a plunge cut. And just so you can see this. going to do the same thing to this giant pine. This pine is about 1 foot 6 inches, almost perfectly round, 1 foot 6 inches. Do the same thing. This is a green. This was just cut down, it was green, so it's not dead. Do the same thing, we'll cut this off, do a plunge cut, and then cut down a little bit. Show you what it does on a pine. As you can see, it just rips right through that pine. It's definitely a lot softer wood. That thing eats that pine up. Let's move on to an oak. Alright, now this is an oak. It's just a little bit over a foot in diameter. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to cut it off, plunge cut, cut down in it a little bit. Then after I'm done with this, I'm going to roll in some clips of limbing with the 261. And that's one reason the 261 is so good, is because it is lightweight. You can do limbing and stuff like that without wearing yourself out. So it's a very good versatile saw. You can do everything you want around the homestead, the farm, wherever you're using it. It's not necessarily the biggest saw for cutting big trees, but it handles all the big trees, and you can limb with it, and it doesn't wear you out after a whole day of working on the farm or the homestead. So I'll go ahead and cut this tree and then roll in those clips for you. You can see it handles that oak pretty well too. Just a good versatile saw. Like I said, I've cut down almost an acre. All those logs sitting over there. A little log cabin for my son. Plus a lot of firewood down in the woods. All this has been done with the MS261. It's very versatile. One last video. I'm probably going to put this in as a time lapse so it kind of goes a little bit faster. But I'm going to go ahead and cut down this old dead oak. And I'm going to try to cut down this pine tree and limb it. Take all the limbs out of it so you can see just how much it can handle and how good it is at limbing and turning it, and it's very lightweight for the power that it has. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these two down. Probably go ahead and speed up right about now. As you can tell, that saw made light work of that. Handled that big old dead oak, cut down that pine tree like it was nothing. And then you can run out. It's so lightweight, you can limb very easily with it. I'd say if you only have one saw, the 261 would be a good choice. I keep on reiterating, it's very versatile. The average homeowner, homesteader, farmer, that's all they need. Later on down the road, if you want, you can get a bigger saw. But starting out, this is what I would get. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe for more.